Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So time to look at the final Descendant that got a buff in the recent 4th September patch, and that is Blair. Now Blair also got basically numerical buffs across the board. Everything does more damage, more continuous damage, more damage from his first ability. His critical hit rate and critical hit damage for his passive goes up based on the number of flame zones. And a lot of his transcendent mods are very viable. I've mostly tested two of them, the killer recipe and the next level recipe. And both of them are decent for the Axion Prince. I am personally preferring the next level recipe over the killer recipe simply because it's better for mobbing. The killer recipe is better at taking out the bosses, the ships in the sky, things like that, but it lacks that mobbing ability. You can still mob with the third ability where you put out the flame from your hand, but it takes longer to clear out the enemies. You do a lot of damage, no MP issues, no HP issues, no cooldown issues. Blair is just very, very easy to play. The only downside I would say with Blair is basically a comfort issue, let's say. So with the flames everywhere, it can be a little blinding if you are playing as Blair and you won't really see a lot of what's going on. So that is like the only downside to Blair that I can think of. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty good. His next level recipe, the fourth ability is not as strong as the fourth ability of the killer recipe, but it's still better than most other Descendants' ultimate ability. So yeah, so Blair is again very comfortable, very easy to use if you don't find the flames all over your screen. So yeah, so let's quickly have a look at the build. A very simple build again. I don't think I've changed anything, maybe one minor adjustment. So basically what happens is with your first ability, he puts down flame on the ground and he runs and he creates flame zones as he's running. So you don't have to constantly spam the first ability. You can just run and you create the flame zones. Now, while you're creating the flame zones, you're also increasing the critical hit rate. So you'll be getting more crit rate based on the number of flame zones. And basically, if you see here, I have 38.46 crit rate. If you get 6 of the Pitmaster, you will have maximum crit rate. Okay, so yeah, that's how easy it is with the Blair, and you do a lot of damage and things like that. So yeah, very simple. And then what you can do is you can also use your third ability like this, and you run around and mob. In fact, you can combine your first. You're putting down fire with your feet and with your hands, and you just run around. As you can see, you can't see what you're doing, but you are killing them very easily. Okay, so that is Blair, and then you have your ultimate giant fireball. You throw it, you do a lot of damage, you create more flame zones, and this also does a lot of damage. So let me just show you the thing here. So it'll do a big burst damage, and then it'll create small fireballs. They'll also do damage, smaller radius, continuous zone, just a lot of damage across the board. So very, very easy to use and a lot of damage as well with Blair. So let's look at the build here. Blair has crit. We can increase the crit with the fire flame zones. So we have the next level recipe, mid-air maneuvering. We have frontlines emergency measures for the crit, nimble fingers MP conversion for the cooldown, focus on fire, focus on dimension because the damage dealing abilities are dimension. This is singular, but this one, it recovers your MP and your HP. So we are not building with this one. Then we have skill concentration. We are not using skill insight because as you saw, with the number of flame zones you create, you can get max crit rate anyway, so you don't need the skill insight. I'm using skill expansion, skill extension, HP, and that is it. Now, the HP, the range isn't maxed out, so you could use a second mod here to just increase that a little bit, but we are very, very close to max, just like this. So basically, if you look at the explosion damage radius for the giant fireball, 6 meter is the default, 250% is the max, which is 15 meters. So we are at 14.4, which is close enough. So instead of another range mode, I went with the duration mode so that you can keep burning them longer. So yeah, so that is it. That is how easy it is to play and to use Blair and to build Blair. The trigger module is power beyond, so we are getting more damage, and we are also using the global dot, ground dot, and global dot, ground dot again with the first and fourth ability. So we are getting that toe effect that we get as well, although it's not really needed. I'm again mostly using it for the 15% crit damage. Now with the external components, we are using a full Slayer set, and with this one here, you can add toxin resistance if you have one. I don't know if I have a processor with toxin resistance. You can do that because we have a lot of the Order of Truth enemies, so that might be something worth checking. Yeah, I have this one here, so you can put this one. Just remember to add the toxin resistance and HP on the cores. This one here. So max shield and toxin resistance, and you can put max HP and toxin resistance there as well. So you'll have a decent amount of toxin resistance against the Order of Truth. For example, this one is maxed out. So if you were to add this, you will get around 7,000 resistance. So could be handy. The reactor we are using is Burning Phase Reactor. So fire and dimension, as you saw, the damage dealing abilities are dimension. Blair has high crit rate, so we are going for cooldown and crit damage. Gun, you can use anything, to be honest. I'm using the Secret Garden because it has 3 sprint cores, so we can run around faster. But we are not going to use the gun. We are not going to shoot with the gun. So it's just a stat stick at best, just for running. And even that isn't really needed. Arche Tuning. We go in the middle, take the skill, MP recovery, take the skill here, take the range. I'm not taking the enhanced skill power. We are going through the middle, we are taking the cooldown. Left, we are taking all the crit damage. And then we are not taking the crit rate because again, we can get 100% crit. So we are going down and we're taking the duration. Now with this duration, you will get this duration if you have a duration mod. Otherwise, you're not going to get any duration. So this here, if I did not have the duration mod, then this will not give you anything here. You can see 0%. So make sure that if you have duration mod, then use it, or duration anywhere else, maybe on the reactor or something. So we put the duration back. And the inversion reinforcement, a little bit of cost reduction, although again, cost is not really an issue. So I've taken some HP over here, and I've taken the deploy resonance to get a little more duration every 20 seconds for 10 seconds. So again, a little bit of duration, you'll burn them slightly longer. Again, very optional as far as the inversion is concerned. We will get these things here, the extra range and skill power, so that is handy. And yeah, did I cover everything? Yeah, so that is it. That is how simple Blair is to use and to take out mobs, and he's very efficient, very fast as well with the next level recipe. I'll leave you with the footage so you can see how to play Blair. And yeah, let me know what you think of Blair, because yeah, he's surprisingly good. Like I said, the only downside is the fire blocking your view. So basically, if you're doing this and you're doing this, it's just flames and fire everywhere, numbers flying around. So it'll just be hard and it'll be a little tiring on your eyes. If you don't mind that, then yeah, Blair is fantastic, maybe one of the best, and very powerful as well. So I'll leave you with the footage. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
A large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creature response confirmed. Inbound to location.
I let my guard down. That's enough. Look, killer! Here! I'll torch it all! Feel the heat?
Vulgus Special Assault Ship identified.
Enjoy your meal!
Descendant, Vulgus comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Vulgus Special Assault Ship identified.
Perfectly done!
Vulgus Special Assault Ship spotted.
I bet you're feeling the heat!
down of enemy assault ship.
Flame on! I'll torch it all! Ha 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 ha!
Picking up void mutant signals.
That's a nice
Be
burn.
careful.
Taste is gonna be killer. Burn, baby, burn! Yeah! Flame on! I bet you're feeling the heat!
Breach follower squad approaching in encircling formation. Respond immediately.
Burn, baby! Shields are down.
Olga's special assault ship spotted.
I like them well done. Feel the heat? Burn, baby, burn!
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Ah, ha,